It's the Joel Shit Show, featuring Joel Shit. Hi, welcome to the Joel Shit Show. I'm your host, Joel Shit. Today we're going to talk about controller, or as they say in Spanish, Contralor. Vote for one, vote por uno. Karen Martinez is retired, jubilada, peace and freedom, paz y libertad. John Chiang is the controller, he's the incumbent, Contralor, Democratic, Democrata. Lawrence G. Belize is an independent businessman, Empresario Independiente, American Independent Party, Independiente Americano. So, I think Spanish just gets it backward, because when it's American Independent, they go Independiente Americano, but when it's independent businessman, it's Empresario Independiente. So Spanish is like, fuck you English, I'm always going to change the order of the words, it doesn't matter how you present them. But the commentary should be reserved for after I mention all the candidates. Ross D. Frankel is an accountant, contador, green, verde. Andrew, Andy, Faber, certified public accountant, contador público certificado. Libertarian, libertario. And Tony Strickland is a state senator, businessman, senador estatal empresario, Republican, republicano. So remember in 1990 when California passed term limits for the Assembly and the Senate, and they said 2 terms, that's all it took. One shot and my inside shook. So what happens is, you get out of office and now you got to find another job. And with unemployment as high as it is, Tony Strickland said, I'll just run for controller. I was a state senator, I like to control things, I can do that. And I don't like term limits. I think that if someone wants to vote for someone, they should. Where do you draw the line on voter freedom? You either let them do what they want, or you don't. You don't have this halfway shit. And with term limits, you have this halfway shit. And this is what happens. Not to mention, think of the people that Schwarzenegger's a bad example. We'll use Gray Davis. I usually am really nice about Gray Davis, and I really miss him. So I'm going to say something bad about Gray Davis, so then you know I'm really nonpartisan. When Gray Davis became governor, he gave all kinds of 6-figure jobs to people that used to be state senators and assemblymen, but were turned out. Once you're there, you can use your connections to find some cushy $165,000 a year job where all you do is sit on Facebook all day, especially now that Facebook exists. These things did not happen before term limits because you tried to keep your job, and you'd have people who would keep their job for 30 or 40 years. And you know what? Why is that so bad? If he's really that out of touch, then don't vote for him. So anyway, John Chiang's name really stands out to me because he would not let workers get paid minimum wage. He was like, I'm going to print their paychecks for what they're supposed to be getting paid. It's not fair to them just because the budget isn't signed that they have to make minimum wage. And everyone said, oh, what a guy, that guy's the man. However, what he did not usually mention was that he couldn't pay them all minimum wage if he wanted to anyway, because the software could not handle it. So he kind of painted himself as a hero when he was just doing the only thing he could do. So think about that. I think it's funny that we need to know that Andrew likes to go by Andy, but not enough to just be Andy Faber on the ballot. Why does he have to be Andrew Andy Faber? Why not just pick the one you prefer? And Ross D. Frankel, he's going for the Al Franken votes. People thinking, oh, yeah, Ross D. Frankel. Yeah, I remember Frankel and Davis on Saturday Night Live. I'm going to vote for him. Hey, at least 20 people are going to do that. There's a lot of nutty people in this state. And then, I don't know, I already made fun of Tony Strickland. And I voted for Karen Martinez last time, and I guess she lost because she's still retired, so I'm going to vote for Karen Martinez again. Part of the Peace and Freedom party line ticket, yes. That's all the time we have for today. Visit us on the web at joelshitshow.com. Email joel@joelshitshow.com.